No, listening, if you're under 18, this is not for children, okay? I'm tired of not being able to walk past preschools. Hashtag sex offender by accident. Don't poop in a sandbox. No, listening, if you're under 18, thank you.
Niños, escuchen estas palabras mientras que salen de mis labios agrietos. El siguiente programa, aunque esto sea muy divertido para toda la gente, no es para los niños. Como un burro que busca agua fría, un balde, y eso le va a dar toda la satisfacción que necesita, esta agua no es para ustedes. Por favor, vayan donde sus padres. Ayúdelos a limpiar los baños. No vayan a escuchar esto. Es muy importante. Que Dios nos bendiga a los Estados Unidos. Gracias.
Brian McCarthy interview show. Adam is now drinking his Coke. Disco. Listen to that beat. Breaking it down in Uptown. Take your hand and touch it. Touch it. Now rub it. Brian McCarthy interview show. Listen to that beat. Touch it. Now rub it. I wish I could still drink.
All right.
Wow.
Well, thank you. That's the new boy. Woof. It's like being in Star Wars or something, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like Chewbacca.
I'm hoping that the Chinese government doesn't come after us for that, because it got very sexy in front of the Great Wall.
Oh yeah. That's right.
So I didn't clear any of that with them.
So for those of you who are listening, we just played. There's a video accompaniment to the new audio that Adam made. And anyway, hope you enjoy it. That's who cares.
Yeah.
Everybody, welcome to the Brian McCarthy interview show. My name is Brian McCarthy. I am sitting here with stage right is Adam. Stage left is Cassie Black. She came back. She came black. You get what I did there?
Ooh.
Hi, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you back. Thank you very much for joining us here on this Indian summer, as they say. Should have brought my tomahawk. Am I right? Okay, now you go. How are you doing? How are things?
They're good.
Yeah?
They're chill.
How was your summer?
It was good. I feel like I didn't really do much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you are very fair, and you sort of have like a would you call it a goth fairy? Is that cool?
Yeah,
is that corny?
That's in my bio.
Well, that's in her.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in her.
It's the vibe.
Yeah.
I just picture like
Twitter
Liberace with like fangs. He's like, I'm gonna suck your cock and blood out. But so do you like the sun? Do you stay out of the sun?
I don't go in the sun. The only time I go will actually be outside without sunscreen is when I go for runs at 6 a.m.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's it. I've been invited to nude beaches with friends. There's the topless one.
Uh-huh.
And I love that in theory,
Uh-huh.
but it's not for me in practice.
Well, it's funny because I've been on many nude beaches. As a matter of fact,
do tell.
Stop it. Okay, I will. But there was one, and it's a wonder I still have a brain, because when I was 21, my aunt has a house on Martha's Vineyard, and you're from Massachusetts, so
Rhode Island,
which is
Same-
very
same
similar.
thing.
Very close.
Yeah.
They closed. I thought of you. They closed Cheaters. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
Is that a gentleman's club?
yeah, gentleman's club.
Okay.
No gentleman ever been in there. But
Right.
yes, it's a gentleman's club.
Right.
But there's a nude beach called Lucy Vincent Beach, and you have to have a sticker. And I would go every Sunday, and I would take acid, and I would be naked. And I remember one time I was packing this wet sand in my ass, really tightly in there,
Mhm.
and I ran to where the water would come in. I would go, "Ugh," and it would look like I was pooping. And this guy came up and he goes, "You're being too nude for the nude beach. Stop it." And then one time I was out in the water, and I was talking to some old Jewish guy. Not Jewish. It wasn't like I could see him. Oh, he's uncircumcised. But he was this old. Turns out it was Alan Dershowitz. You know who that guy is?
No.
He was OJ's lawyer. He's like a big Trump shithead
yeah.
now. He's he's Jeffrey Epstein, but he was
Gotcha.
completely naked with a big floppy white hat on. And we were talking about OJ Simpson. I came in, and I was like, that guy's really nice. My friend's like, that's Alan Dershowitz. I was like,
Wow.
really? Fucking famous Harvard attorney, disgraced Harvard attorney. Anyway, so you didn't go to are you talking about the new beach that is out in Rockaway?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's too
Where is the one in Rockaway? Out in Rockaway?
Or it's Jacob Reese. Is that the
Oh,
one?
Jacob
That's
Reese,
One?
okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the one. The
but
topless
you
one.
have to go out to the beach and you make a right. You go
Sure.
all the way down past the abandoned fucking hotel that burned down. I don't know, whatever.
Mm.
It's you got to go way down there.
I've only been to one beach in New York, somewhere on Long Island. It was really far out.
Uh-huh.
But I grew up going to the beach
Uh-huh.
in Newport, so I
Uh-huh.
feel like I have very high beach standards.
Yes.
So I don't want to go to a gross beach.
Oh. You know what? Did you go to Gooseberry?
No, I used to go to Second Beach.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
In Middletown.
Yeah, I'm very familiar. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
lovely. Yeah. Well, the thing is that the beaches in New York are beautiful, but even Rockaway is really nice. It is.
Yeah.
But have you been out to, here, I'll give you a little local tip here because you're kind of new to town, but you don't say the Hamptons, you say Long Island. Because there's nowhere else to go on Long Island except the South Fork. Am I right, everybody? So if you really want to sound like a real shithead, people go, "Where you go this weekend?" You go, "I went to Long Island." People go, "Where?" You're like, south of the highway, East Hampton. Fuck, stupid asshole. But Southampton Beach, like those beaches out there, they are gorgeous because it's so far out that like the water just comes in from.
Well, it's so far out that it's like you can get to Block Island from there, right? Isn't there like a little thing that goes they're close?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting real inside baseball here, but
Right.
that's Freeport. Long Island has ferries that go to Block Island and actually go to. If you need some fentanyl, you can go to Falmouth.
I do,
which is nice. Right, New Bedford.
New Bedford.
Yeah, New Bedford. If you there's a Portuguese mulatto girl that you have your eye on. Oh my God, return my calls. So, how are you doing? Are you enjoying? How long have you been in New York now? I feel like
4.5 years.
Oh fuck! I feel like you just got here.
I feel like I just got here.
I mean, 4.5
Like,
years is kind of like just getting here.
Yeah. Well, also I
way.
moved in May 2020, so I
There you
moved
go.
like peak COVID.
Right.
So it's like was a weird like introduction, and then I don't know. I feel like it's the past like 2 years. It's finally like real New York, I guess.
Are you enjoying your life right now?
Yeah, I'm having fun.
What's going on with you?
I'm working like a lot of different jobs.
Okay, so talk to me about your jobs,
So
please.
main thing is like doing Safe Slut, which is like writing on my Patreon. I do like herpes support calls.
You have herpes? I'm just kidding.
Surprise.
Oh my gosh.
The big reveal.
By the way, our little video thing was very popular.
Because everyone has herpes and wants to know about it.
Yep. Very
Really?
popular.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
Because no one talks about it.
no.
Mm.
Could you give us herpes while we're here? Are we having a month?
Yeah, why? Yeah.
All right, get over here. Make it fun. So you do Safe Slut where you
Mhm.
blog and things and you have a Patreon. What is your Patreon? Let's just do that right now. Why not?
So it's just Safe Slut, and yeah, I do like writing. I have a book club, and I do like
What's on your book club? What do you mean?
So yeah, I have a book club. So we just vote. We all vote on a book. Usually, initially it was like just like sex positive related books, but now it's just like whatever we want. So
Right.
like we're meeting next Wednesday, and we read The Bell Jar. But still, so it's all like feminist related
Okay.
or like
Okay. Yeah.
erotic, sex positive.
Okay. Do you know who Anne Rice is?
Mhm.
Okay. If you ever read her Anne Rampling stuff.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I'm going to give you maybe for your book club.
We're gonna do something spooky next. So
Okay.
Mm.
Well, this is
Oh, yeah.
okay. Well, this will be fun for you, maybe because okay. So Anne Rice, for those of you who are listening, who are the uninitiated, she did like Interview with the Vampire, and then she wrote like a fucking billion books about all that Interview with the Vampire shit is a whole universe of whatever that is, right? But she also wrote Claire, which is all these bondage and S&M books about Sleeping Beauty, right?
how did I not know about this?
I have no idea. No
What?
one seems to know about
What?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Taming of Sleeping Beauty, and it's like 3 books, and they're really good. And like at one point, the dwarves show up and they start beating her up and everything. It's fucking and it's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's that. But the other books are Anne Rampling, where they're her erotica, and this one book is called Belinda. And I think it must have been written in the early 80s because she's passed. And the whole book is about this famous painter who falls in love with a 12-year-old girl, and everyone's just okay with it. Like, it's a little, yeah. I don't think it get published now, but
Yeah.
like the whole book is basically like about this like this man who's like, I don't know, 52, whatever. How if you're over 14, you're too old, and
Right.
with
Yeah,
like
within 24 months.
I don't know if I want to read that.
it is it's a lot, but
Yeah.
it's funny because what's funny about I can get out of this, don't worry. What's funny about
You
it,
can do it.
what's
You
funny
can do
about
it.
this pedophile
Mhm.
is the is the degree of like acceptance. It's almost like it's almost too much. She's like it's almost like a parody. Like he held her tiny hand as she pushed her on the swings.
Oh,
whatever.
God.
It's like really.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, you may
Yeah.
as well lean into it, right?
Yeah. She's like, I honestly think she could be like on a lie detector, and you'd be like, is this book? She's like, it's it's not real. It wouldn't even move the needle. So it's her commitment to the bit, as we say, is astonishing. But the Anne Claire stuff is a lot of fun. Where do you meet people for your book club?
I just post about it. So it's a virtual book club.
Okay.
So people who join my Patreon have access to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun. We should start a book club.
It's
The Brian
really
McCarthy
fun.
book
It's
club.
really
We
cute.
just did that.
You can join my book club.
I would.
Want to read the bell jar?
Could we?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
Who wrote the bell jar?
Sylvia Plath.
Sylvia Plath, of course. I was just saying that. As soon as you were saying it, I was saying it before you. Sylvia Plath. Yep. Exactly. Do you guys do like virtual like Chardonnay? Do you hold it up and things like that? Or
Not usually, because I try not to drink we do it on weeknights, and I try to be healthy.
School night. You don't want
I'm drinking tea.
Sure.
I'm drinking some
a
hot
nice
tea.
cozy chamomile, maybe.
Yeah.
do you have women in your book club or are they dudes?
It's women. It's all women. Yeah.
Could
It's
it-
open
Okay.
to everyone, but
Right.
it just
Rooster in the hen house. Am I
I
right?
guarantee a guy
Right?
would fuck it up. He'd be like, "Are you jerking off?" He's like,
Yeah.
I think if you were
in the-
gay enough, it could be okay.
Well,
Okay, you
yeah.
guys
For
don't
my herpes support groups, it's only for women and gay people.
Oh, wow.
It was open to everyone initially, but
Straight guys ruin it.
it just changed the vibe a little bit.
Yeah.
I think for everyone's like safety and feeling like comfortable in the group.
Yeah.
But I also don't have that many men. If there were a lot of men, I would be like really open to doing like another group with them.
Sure.
what you're saying.
But they're just,
yeah.
I think maybe I have like one or two men on my Patreon.
Isn't it ironic to be inclusive? You can't be inclusive. It's like, no, guys ruin it. I know. It's really
yeah.
it's a shame.
Well, we'll be the first ones to admit.
No, I would be.
I would love them to
regulate-
not.
I know. I know.
They
Just
don't know how to
behave.
act, these guys.
I would almost be like, listen, you want to jerk off to this? I get it, but just jerk off right before. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
just be in
Sure.
the book group. Like,
yeah, get one out of the
just
chamber.
Get it out and blow it out. And now let's all read Sylvia Plath or Anne Rand or fucking
Beverly Cleary.
Beverly.
Yeah, Ramona.
I would love some Amelia Bedelia.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know, take
Alright,
it back.
yeah, TBT.
Ramona fan fiction.
Ooh,
that would go sideways
yeah, I've got some
immediately.
erotic
Yes.
Ramona. Fish.
Henry let Ribsy out of his cage. All right, Ribsy.
Oh, hey, we had a one little super chat before we even started
Yep.
rolling
Yeah, what do we got?
from our buddy James O'Sullivan, who's a close personal friend of mine.
Jimmy S.
Yeah, he says 13 kisses for Adam to celebrate Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, today's Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're here.
Yeah.
It's like you're I don't know. It's the devil's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my day. It's my
Spooky.
day.
Uh-huh.
Spooky.
That is I met my wife
Yeah,
on
we got
Friday
a
the
goth
13th.
fairy. Is that right?
I did
Oh my
25 years ago
gosh.
last month. Isn't that something? Boy, oh boy.
Hot dog.
I'll lose the weight, honey. So have you noticed, have I lost any weight?
Yeah, you look really skinny.
I know I lost Ozempic.
Wait, really?
Yep. Straight up.
Nice.
Isn't that crazy? I know. A friend of mine, by the way, I can HOOK, not that you need it at all, but I got a hookup for it. So maybe behind the maybe behind the dumpster.
It kind of scares me.
Listen, I took a poop 2 months ago. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
by quarterly. He defecates quarterly.
so I get audiences. By the way, everybody welcome and thank you, Jim. Can I call him Jim? Is that weird? I always feel people say James. It's like
I always call people the alternate just to be stupid.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
if they're James, I call him Jim.
like I hate an Andrew. Can't be Andy. Come on. What do we
I got a
here?
friend that's
Yep.
one of my best
Oh,
friends
they're out there.
is an Andrew. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I knew you when we were 17. I can't do it.
Yes. Like, hi, I'm Christopher. No, you're not. You're Chris.
Chris.
Christopher. I'll call him
Just-
that to
yeah,
be
Christopher.
like a soprano.
Yeah, they're eating dogs. They're eating dogs.
They're eating dogs.
They're eating dogs and cats. The blacks are eating dogs. Anyway, so there you go. Our political moment there.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is, so I go to my friend has a company, and it's like where you go get like fillers and Botox and all that shit.
Mhm.
And she was like, "Hey, I have the new weight loss shot. Like, do you want it?" And I was like, "All right, sure, I guess." So,
Yeah.
and it's every Tuesday. It is subcutaneous, so you take it and you are putting a little fat there, and then
the third layer.
the
of
third.
skin.
Oh, is that what that is? Is that what
Mhm.
that means?
It's epidermis dermis
All right,
subcutaneous.
We all know you're smart.
Oh,
Take it easy.
wow.
All right. Sylvia Plath teach
A
you
lot
that.
of syllables.
Yeah. I'm like, irregardless. You're like, it's not really a word. But so I go, and then so when I started, I'm 5'11". I'm still 5'11". I didn't shrink or anything, but imagine 5'8".
Oh no, they didn't take you to read the fine print. It actually
Oh,
takes off of
no.
your height. You got to
I'm
give up
shrinking.
4.5 inches for.
Right, yeah. But I'm 5'11". I started, I weighed 226, and now I weigh like 172. So I've
Oh
lost
wow, that's a lot.
50
That's
I know.
crazy.
I will tell you this about weight loss is like anybody who thinks they're like, I could lose 20 pounds. No, you could lose 40. It gets weird.
Yeah.
Everyone always thinks they're like, I could lose 20 pounds. You're like, no, you have to lose like 40. So anyway, so now I'm good. I play right like 174 to 170. That's kind of where I live. And I weigh myself every day. And I mean, look, not to get into it. I mean, this isn't the scat show with Brian, Cassie, and Adam, but it could be. All right, give me 24 hours at
least. You
least.
guys are free Wednesday.
When I make an evacuation, it's sometimes it's it's not as regular as I would like it to be, but you manage it, fiber, that kind of thing. I would like to do colon hydrotherapy. Have you ever done that?
I've done it.
Oh, what do you think? Tell me about that. Do you mind if I jerk off while
This
you
is
talk?
like the Goop
So I
podcast.
wanted. My friend told me to do it, and I was like, yeah, why not? I
Wow,
love it.
very suggestive.
But my friend, her dad is a gastroenterologist, and he was like, absolutely don't do them. They're really bad for you. They like fuck up your gut health because it like cleanses out like the bad stuff, but also cleanses out the good stuff, and then it can like fuck you up.
Okay, now
But it was interesting.
Some of that stuff you need in there.
But here's the thing:
Yeah.
what if? And again, we're all civilians in this fascinating world of gut health. But what if you? Okay, for those of you who don't know, Sorry, thank you. A colon hydrotherapy. It's always done by Ukrainians out in Brooklyn for some reason. I don't know where you went. Did you have a Groupon?
Yeah, I definitely had a Groupon.
Yeah.
It was like somewhere. It was somewhere in Manhattan.
Okay.
I don't remember. It was a while ago.
Yeah. So what you do is you go in. It's always some woman who's like, "You like to get shit out of your buttocks, like your buttocks full of shit." So you go and they put one tube up the shit pipe. All right, as I call it, the party hole, and there's another tube coming out, kind of in the same area, and they fill you with water, and it's maybe some sort of saline solution.
Mhm.
I don't know. If you're black, it's fruit punch. Thank you. Anybody?
Okay.
Hello. I'm sorry. I won't do
No
that again.
takers.
I'll never do that again. I'm sorry.
No takers.
You know what? It's a learning curve here, but
Yes.
right. If you're a sorrel soda, if you're Jamaican, perhaps you ever had that stuff. It's very weird.
Never had it.
It's like
Sorrel soda.
Yes.
No.
It's deep cut.
Okay.
I got arrested in Jamaica. I won't tell you that story.
I'll
but,
check. I'm going to a Jamaican restaurant called Miss Lily's this
Oh.
weekend.
Oh,
I'll check. Have you
that's
been?
good.
Have you been?
I've been a
The
few
East
times.
Village?
I used to live
Okay.
right over there. So,
Okay.
Where's over
yeah.
there?
East
In
Village.
the East Village.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know where Miss
But what did you
Lily's
say? It's called sorrel.
Yeah, sorrel soda.
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
I'll,
yeah, it's
I'll
good.
ask.
Their
Actually-
cocktails are really good.
Okay. All right.
Really good.
I'll be hungover
I'll
for
get-
a week.
I'll get a time machine. Get one of those motherfuckers. End up
Yeah,
doing
right?
a ball of cocaine and doing gay stuff. No
Party.
more. I'm going 5 years.
He's all better now.
Yeah, better now. Exactly. Clean living. So then the idea is the water goes up into your way as far as you can take it. Because I think the way it goes is you take it until you're like, all right, that's enough. And then they slowly, or maybe you got blasted out like a fucking deck washer, but and all the stuff comes out.
Fresh
Mhm.
Everything
It's
comes
very
out.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah, very
It's
hot.
a good time.
And you can see
Yeah.
all the stuff come out, right?
Yeah.
I love. To
Well, I'm
see
like
it.
a weirdo. And I'm like,
Yikes.
hmm.
I've
When those
heard
are like
that.
lying down. So I'm like,
I've heard that.
Yeah.
That there's like a tube that goes.
I like
right
sent a
across.
video to like my siblings.
Oh, that's so great. By the way, a weirdo would not look. You know what I mean? I think we all, everyone,
Yeah.
everyone
Everyone,
wants to
yeah,
look.
of course.
That's like the fun of it.
Yeah.
I would actually
Mhm.
eat like pennies and things like that before I went, just to see if they would come out. You know what I mean? I would put weird like a Matchbox car. I would just see what it would. Yeah, but then okay, so you get it all done, and then it makes perfect sense that it would blow out the good bacteria with the with the
That's
bad
why
bacteria.
even like for like prepping for anal, like you're not supposed to. You're like you basically do that at home, but then
that's
you're not
a-
supposed to do it that frequently because then it takes
No.
all the good stuff out.
Mm.
But that's a douche. That's a
Yeah,
little
but
different.
it's a little different, but it's literally the same kind of, just like less.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same but like
'cause
less.
the colon thing goes way
yeah, it
up.
doesn't go. It doesn't go up.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't go
yeah.
up, but it's like similar.
And I don't mind a little mud on the helmet. It shows the fella that we did something. You know what I mean? I'm like, what do you want? It's my asshole.
I mean, yeah,
Right.
if you're there, that comes with the territory.
Yeah, exactly. But I would imagine you could take some sort of a pill or something that would introduce that good gut
Yeah,
bacteria.
you can take like probiotics.
Yeah. So there must be some sort of a post game for that, because my friend Desmond, he's Jamaican actually.
Sure.
He's my daughter's godfather, but he did it. And I mean, he's super skinny. Guy has a great body. Won't fuck me, but whatever. But and he he told me, like, 'cause he looked at the same thing. He was like, the amount of just stuff that came out was astonishing. And he said he lost like 4 pounds
Yeah.
because it's just up in there.
Yeah.
So I would like to do it, but I've heard the exact same thing what you just said. Like, you do it and then you could, how much anal sex do you have?
I don't know. Go around the block a bit.
All right, but like,
not to the point where I'm doing it like weekly.
Yeah, you don't go to Dwayne Reed. They're like, oh, you're shooting.
Like,
Okay,
yeah.
They're already unlocking the fleet enema stuff. Like as you're walking in, they're like, we know, Goth Fairy, you're here for the fleet enema stuff. Yeah, now my ex-girlfriend used to really enjoy anal sex, and I would, whatever, I guess I enjoyed it too, but and we never cleaned up beforehand. I don't think we knew to do that. We were just a couple of kids.
Just
a couple of kids
with a dream.
In the backseat of a Subaru.
Sure. Is that the one that you use the hairbrush?
Yes, I used to put the handle of a hairbrush
up her upper rear end.
Wow.
Not the business end, not the brush part, but like the handle part. But I would put a condom. You learn this the hard way. You put a condom on the handle, and then when you pull it out, you would have, fecal matter all over the condom, because you threw out one brush, and we were young. I'm like, well, I'm not made of money. I'm not going back to the hair cuttery, buying another hairbrush for you.
Back to your Dollar General.
Yeah, your birthday's not for 8 months. No, you can spend a lot of money on a hairbrush.
Can you really?
They are. I bought a hairbrush recently, and I was like, why is it so expensive?
Yeah.
Really?
It was like $25 or something.
And that's not even.
Yikes.
And I was like,
you can get, so funny. I just went to Los Angeles last week and a half ago, and I had just purchased a new hair product, and it was like it was over 5 ounces, because the last time I went, Kiehl's, right? Yeah. So I had this facial fuel, which I like. It's like a moisturizer, but it has a little bit of sunscreen in it. I'm using it forever. And one time I was traveling like a couple of years ago, and I had a brand new facial fuel, and I was carrying on, and the guy at security was like, you can't take this with you. And I was like, shit. So I stood there for 20 minutes,
just
giving it
facial
to,
fuel?
to people.
Oh,
I literally,
people.
People were coming through, and I was just talking to people. I was like, listen, this is facial fuel. You want a little? Anybody feeling dry?
Yeah.
People are like doing this. I know.
I put on a little lab coat like at Kiehl's, and you could do a demo.
It was like I worked there.
Yeah,
I should have had
a
like
little brand rep at the airport.
I should have had like a 1948 Indian motorcycle behind me, like the Kiehl's store.
Yeah, sure, like a nice little Triumph.
Yeah. So I got smart this time. So I went and I bought like a miniature Amazon, a little miniature Kiehl's thing like this big. But then I had a brand new fucking hair thing, and it was like $45. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So, and you can't give people like hair. I actually tried it with one guy. I turned one guy to me. I was like, I didn't even try. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking put my hand in his hair, doing his hair. That's a little too much. That's really working the bit.
Yeah.
So but I lost that because of traveling. So but it sucks. So I don't know. What are you gonna do? So have you done any traveling recently?
I went a few weeks ago to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Speaking of anal sex.
Wow.
Speaking of anal sex, to see Creed.
Are you
Stop.
fucking kidding me?
It was so camp and so iconic.
Nice.
Yeah.
I kind of think you're adorable. I gotta be honest with you. Like you really are.
Really cute. And are you kind of straddling that like irony?
She's a fan. No,
No, it was a little ironic, but also like they kind of slay.
There's a hunger, and I don't want to
Let's go there. I almost went to see Nickelback. They were playing in Long Island. We had tickets. My girlfriend likes them kind of unironically. And I was like, your
girlfriend's black. That's so weird.
I know. She's like into like metal, and it's
and Nickelback is so
not particularly black metal, but I mean, I'm not saying that they are metal, but she's also into Nickelback, which I kind of was going just to see if
the clientele would have been interesting too.
We were gonna like make bets on if she'd be the only black person, because it's also Long Island too. Yeah. But they canceled.
Oh,
I was psyched. I was pumped to see Nickelback.
What do you think happened?
I think probably lack of interest.
No, I don't think so. I think
I don't know. I didn't.
I mean,
look into
it was packed at Creed, but that was also in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Well, it's weird. All of these types of concerts, they're always in markets like that. So we can't really just like ironically go to like MSG and see Creed, because I don't think they come there.
They did. They played there like a few weeks ago. But my friends and I specifically wanted to go to Hershey because we knew the vibes would be immaculate.
We want them the
whole experience,
because there's going to be a lot of irony at MSG.
Yeah, it was like also 3 doors down, which he stopped halfway through to say a prayer. I also didn't realize that they're all Christian rock bands.
Yeah, Creed is. Have you ever seen the Scott? What's his last name?
Scott Stapp.
Have you seen the sex tape?
What?
Oh yeah. Him, it's not a great. Unfortunately, it's an old cell phone from like
just like a Motorola Razr.
I never heard of this.
Him and Fred Durst on Limp Bizkit's tour bus. It's not hard to find.
Okay.
Wait, are you joking?
I'm 100% telling you, as on. May all these pecan sandies give me hemorrhoids and herpes. Yes.
So are they double teaming a gal?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yep. Yes, they are.
I know Scott Stapp
but he's a Christian.
He is, but he's
I was
kind
as
of
astonished
reformed.
as you are.
Right.
No, he completely is I think he was a pretend Christian, and then he went to rehab and he got cleaned up, and now he's like a real Christian.
Well,
whatever that
I
is.
happen to have just heard a long form interview with him. Recently.
Do tell.
And so he was I think his dad or his stepfather was like one of those Baptist guys.
Sure.
And he would like beat the shit out of him for Jesus kind of thing.
Sure. That's how you get it in you. You get it in you.
He's super fucked up.
That's
really
really
he has a crazy past so I think he has like one of those weird relationships with God.
Doesn't everybody if they're religious?
Yeah, but specifically, like he like actually got hit with a Bible. I think
so giving like Carrie vibes.
He has a very complicated. I know, rock hard.
Lamb of God, you take away the sins of the world.
So I think now he has come back around and sort of reclaimed his faith.
He seemed like a nice guy, a little kooky maybe.
He's like a misfit toy.
All right,
you know.
What if you got picked out of the crowd? Would you fuck him? For the story?
I would do it for the story. I probably would do it for the story.
Yeah,
but the whole time I'd be like,
and I'm coming.
Sure.
Well, it was funny too because like obviously I was with like my friends who were all like hot girls, and then there's like just a bunch of just like MAGA dudes. And so obviously like we all got hit on, and like this guy that was talking to me the whole time, who was cute. He was cute.
Okay.
He was wearing like a Scott Stapp, like Dallas Cowboys jersey, like from when he performed at the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
Very iconic. So I thought it was like also ironic because his friend was wearing a vintage Creed shirt. Jesus. And I thought it was all for the bit. Like he was wearing a pro bass hat, you know.
You thought they were like in costume.
I thought it was the bit, but it wasn't. They were serious.
You thought it was like cosplay for like redneck cosplay. I thought they were having
fun. Yeah. So
that's not a thing.
So I went along with it. And I pretended to be like a #1 fan. I looked up the set list to my side. So I was like, I know they're going to play this next. And I just like, and then he was like, wow, like you're such a fan.
Wow.
And then he followed Safe Slut after, and then he was like a huge Christian. He followed my like porn account and Safe Slut, and then immediately unfollowed me when he got home because he was like, that's scary.
Oh, really? But I guarantee
but we made out during the encore.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
He was like, can I kiss you?
Yeah.
It was
God.
funny. Yeah.
These girls have fun. This is like very vintage concert.
And also Hershey, I've been to Hershey Park, and last time I was there, they were Matchbox 20. They must fucking
they must know what they're doing.
Yeah. Matchbox 20 is performing, and it was I think it's like a huge arena, like 15,000.
Yeah, it was big. Yeah. It was packed also.
But I don't think, not to disparage Creed or their biggest fan, but I think they do like what you're saying about they couldn't sell the Garden. They do these shows now where it's like Creed and whatever,
like a package.
This thing and Third
Eye
Blind.
It's like a mini festival. Like a few weeks before that, I saw, which was fire and not ironic, I saw Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins.
Wow.
And Rancid and the Linda Lindas.
Rancid. Holy
no,
shit.
It was like I didn't know Rancid was playing until I got there, and I was like, wait, what?
Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Nice little stocking
But Green
stuffer.
Day was amazing.
Yeah,
incredible.
I don't. I only like their early stuff, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too.
No, I
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, didn't they have a Broadway show?
There was a Green Day that was adapted to.
I like listen.
Right.
I think it's wonderful. That's so funny. Well, it's funny because when I lived in LA, my neighbor Abby, her husband was in the band Fuel. You remember the band Fuel? You're too young, maybe.
What was Fuel's big hit?
Yeah.
It was 2000.
That sounds familiar.
Oh yeah.
I won't play it because I don't want to, pay ASCAP.
No.
But
it was Brett Scallions was his name. It still is his name. I just saw him like 3 months ago.
Fuel.
But yeah. And
Shimmer. Yeah.
Yep.
What a shit.
And they sold many millions of albums. And like now they do fucking. Actually, the band broke up, but they reconnected. They're actually from where the band started around where Hershey Park is.
They're all like these like post grunge.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was funny because I was actually in Hollywood at the Hard Rock Cafe. It was a million years ago. And I looked up and like, I know our kids play together and shit. And I looked up and there was like all on these, like the monitors, it was like the band's video. And it was him with like a Caesar haircut and like in like a field of like poppies. I was like, oh, look at you. You're so cute. But you know what? People go, they're a one hit wonder. I'm like, yeah, where's your one hit? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, fucking give me a break. So
Yeah.
if you could see any concert in the world, living or dead, who would it be?
That's way too hard to answer.
Okay, living.
Living.
Yes.
I feel like I've seen.
And you can't see Creed again.
I can't see Creed again.
No.
I feel like I've seen all of my favorite people. Like I feel like everyone. I mean, I want to say Chelsea Wolfe because she's my number one, but I saw her twice this year.
Was it a howling good time? Who is Chelsea Wolfe?
Fuck
She's
yeah.
she's I don't think she's a big artist, but maybe she's like smaller, but she's like kind of like goth rocky.
Okay.
Thing. Yeah, she's perfect.
Like a singer-songwriter kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, but a little gothy.
Goth, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is she in your book club? That'd be cool, right?
I wish.
You should send her a link to your book
wish.
club and be like,
Yeah,
fucking-
she'd be really into it.
Yeah. Is she cute?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful even.
Yeah.
And does she perform? Could she sell out like Hershey Park, or is she more like a Gramercy Theater? Like, what are we looking at here? Radio City. I know all the occupancy rates. Of
I
all
feel
these.
like where did I see her? I saw her at the Mercury Lounge.
Okay.
And then also what's the Williamsburg one?
Oh,
Not
Williams
the music hall.
Hall.
Not the music hall one.
okay.
The one that's
the Apple Store.
Oh, Rough Trade.
Ooh.
No.
No,
Well,
or is that in Manhattan?
I
Is
forget
that
what it's
in-
called. It's like kind of by the park.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know the system.
that's not the music hall.
The rock and roller
No.
place.
That's the only one
I think it is more of like a metal place. I could be wrong.
That might
forget.
be Rough Trade. It doesn't
It's
have
not
the
Rough Trade.
No. Okay. I always want everything to be Rough Trade.
Yeah, no
if you know
kidding.
what I'm saying.
God, take a day off.
If you know what I'm
Queen.
saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's in Williamsburg. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
how's your love life? Are you dating anybody?
I'm taking a break, I think.
Okay.
I want to.
All right. Did you have somebody like that you were dating and you took a break?
I had like a series of like casual situationships that ruined my life.
They ruined your life?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because I'm a lover girl, and I'm like, if you're not gonna be like in love with me and you're just being casual, I'm not gonna be into it.
Oh, so it would start off as casual, and then you would start to, as the kids say, catch feelings.
Yeah.
And then from there, and then they would.
Yeah,
for-
but I just don't like I'm really tired of like dating apps and like modern dating because I think it's not romantic.
So how would, if I was a guy, and I am certainly not, what's the best way to like, although I got to tell you, it sounds
other than your book club.
It sounds like I can put on an abortion is murder tank top and just roll up to you at a fucking Creed show in a field with eating a chocolate bar.
If you approach,
yeah,
she's
exactly. But seriously,
enough,
and this is actually good for the guys in the, because being like my age, and when I never been on a dating app and Grinder, but whatever. But and but that doesn't really count, bareback. But but like I would always, when I met girls, I would just walk up to them and just
see. I feel like people don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Or I've been told like I've approached people at bars and they were always like, "Wow, I didn't know you would have been interested in me. Like I wouldn't have approached you."
Well, that I can understand.
But I'm just like, but then I don't want to date someone who's like intimidated by me because I feel like being intimidated would end up being like maybe like jealous or hateful.
Yes.
yes,
100%. Yes, totally. No, you got to just roll in there. And it's like, like my daughter is in her senior year of high school. And like, when I've talked to like the boys that are her age, I'm always like, whatever, I always volunteer this. I'm like, just get in there. Who cares? Like, just, the confidence is the order of the day.
We
and
should do like a rookie symposium for young men.
Have them over here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like a book club, but and just go, rejection is not that scary.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get over that,
it's a numbers game.
You can slay.
Yeah. Although exactly. We should call it tossing a football with Brian and Adam.
Sure. Having a catch.
Yeah, exactly. But so have you ever been approached by a guy?
Yeah.
Like walking up to you? And it's better way to do it. Right?
Yeah. I think it's like not being weird and like just being like genuinely interested in what I have to say instead of just being like creepy.
No, yeah. And also,
it's hot one time though. I will say
I
date both men and women. One time this girl bought not just my drinks, but my friend's drink as well. That was some daddy move. Like that was hot to me.
Is hot.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
really, really hot.
Isn't that I thought that was like kind of standard.
No, it's not.
I would
it
do
should
that.
be. Well, that's hot. Then
that's why
then that's why you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gets mucho cucho, as we say in the business.
Why you hang out at Nickelback shows?
Yeah, exactly.
Mostly.
Right. Yeah. What's it going to cost you? 2 natural lights?
I hang around at the exit.
Yeah. Can I get 2 natural lights over there, please?
Yeah,
couple of Keystones. You know what? Make them cords.
You know what? Mickey's Big Mouse.
Yeah.
I'm feeling generous. No, but I feel like that'd be a good.
Yeah.
I would think that guys would go for that.
Jalapeno.
This is why we got to have the symposium.
Yeah.
Jalapeno poppers for the ladies.
I bring snacks.
That would work on me.
If
you bring me snacks, that works on me.
A couple of taquitos for milady.
Yeah.
That would be.
I feel like at a certain point you tip over into where you're too accommodating, and then that becomes a turn on.
Okay, but this girl.
No, I like when people are like doing the most.
Yeah. Plus, you like because you like the laugh, like you're kind of goofy. So I think like you would think it was hilarious. Like if you were sitting by yourself and some guy orders you loaded nachos.
No, like I would live for it.
Yeah.
She maybe ironically made out with a MAGA guy.
Yeah, I know. I did.
So talk about committing to the bit. She could give you a run for your
money.
money.
I also like when people are like a little bit awkward too. Like I think that's another thing that like makes people scared to approach someone is because they're like a little shy and awkward. I think that's hot. I'm like, oh, you're so nervous to talk to me. That's hot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's cute.
That can veer into like that. I agree. Yes, but that can also hang a left. You know, I mean, I don't know, maybe not for you, but I'm saying like if someone's like, I don't know, then they're like, I carved your name in my arm.
Trying to think of what I would. I mean, if a girl approached you and was nervous, I would be like, "Are you for real?" I would think she was kidding.
Yeah, the only times
I would think the joke would like she would be making fun of me.
I've been approached by a couple of ladies. And
they were like,
usually if I'm wearing tight pants, they're like,
they were really stammering.
Yeah, they're like, what's with that anaconda? I'm like, we're gonna find out later, aren't we? I don't know. I go like this. I go. They go, what's that? I go, it's sounding my balls slapping against your vulva. That's hot, right? Not at all.
Yeah, so hot.
Yeah, so hot, right? Now but maybe this lesbian that bought you and your friend the drinks, maybe she wanted to do some sort of like sapphic threesome, perhaps.
No, she was just into me.
She was just into you.
Only.
So how did that turn into something? What happened?
It didn't. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Well,
really? How did it materialize or not materialize?
Did you go on a date?
No.
Oh.
No.
I think it's just one of those things that just didn't.
Just like you got numbers and then it just didn't really.
It just didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe no chemistry or something.
Now, with girls, are you attracted to like, I mean, I know it's about the person, obviously, of course. Yeah. But like butch femme, like girls are looking.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's funny because I'm very attracted to like more butch girls and then more feminine men.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So anyway, I just think androgyny is hot.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
No, I actually really like girls that are like butch. I'm into it. I think
they're great.
Wow. Yeah, totally. Yeah, a little. Little Old Spice.
I feel like a real square right now.
Yeah, it's too much when you see. It's too much like with the everything. It's like
I like the ultra feminine.
No, I don't know. But I mean, like I like it all. I guess
I'm old school.
I'm into it. But yeah, whenever I see, I like muscle women too. Do you like muscle women?
I feel like I like to be the athletic one, so I like to be like the muscly.
Okay, you want to be more fit.
Yeah.
Than
well, I don't care if they're fit; they can be fit or not, whatever.
But it's not gonna.
Well, I just feel like I always like to be like not necessarily like the fit one, but I like to be like the sporty jock one. I'm like I like sports.
Because you went for a run the other day.
Yeah.
Do you still run?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Did you play any sports when you were younger?
Yeah, I did soccer.
Oh, you did soccer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny because I go to a gym called Crunch. I'm not bragging, but it's on 54th Street.
Golds.
Yeah. Actually, it used to be a Gold.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it used to be a Gold. Yeah, on 54th Street. And actually, my gym shares a wall with Studio 54. I mean, it's gone now, but like it's right there. And my gym is so gay that they had to close down the steam room. They were like, "That's it. We tried.
You lost your privileges.
We tried to have steam room. We tried to have nice things. It's like when you find somebody with their hand up the vending machine, but instead of vending machine, it's a guy's asshole. You know, like
right.
And I gotta say, because I get annoyed because like, okay, I was a member of Equinox and now I'm banned from Equinox. That's a whole story. But like I get really annoyed when gay men sexualize common spaces. Does that make sense? Okay, for example, on my Instagram at Brian M Show, I look at a lot of like gay tips and things like that. I don't know how it got there. I don't know how all these gay sex tips have gotten in my own. Oh, I don't know. I better call Mr. Instagram and get that checked out.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Get Meta on the phone.
Yeah. Anybody got Mark Zuckerberg's number or something? You know, but no, but
gay tip.
Yeah, like
emails?
I send them to you. No, like those reels. Like,
you send me gay tips?
I don't know. Don't look it up. But I'm over that. I'm sure I have. Once in a while, I send you things.
Tell me what to do.
Very occasionally.
Yeah, no, but I never knew any of them were gay tips.
I'll tell you what I mean.
Like the last one you did send me was a gay tip. Oh shit.
See, there you go.
Oh shit.
This is a bubble of truth, everybody. Okay. We're not bullshitting.
Now
anybody.
I know what to look out for.
But anyway, this one guy was talking about like steam room etiquette. And he was like, and he's got this mustache and he's got his phone and, you know, he's a cute little guy, whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Can twinks have mustaches? I don't know. You tell me. But he's kind of like talking about like what happens and you spread your legs and you hang the towel over one leg and go this. And I'm like, listen.
Wow. This is like fine dining dinner service.
Very much so. What do you do with a
salad fork?
I'll tell you one thing. You don't drink out of the finger bowl. But my point is like he's talking. I'm like, listen, sometimes a steam room can just be a steam room. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm a heterosexual guy. I mean, I know joke around a lot and everything, but like I'm straight, you know? So I just want to go into the steam room and just sit there.
It's not like you're trying to convince yourself.
Like as someone who's like does sex work, like is big in like the sex. Yeah. I think like I personally like there's spaces you can do like more like public stuff, but like I think like consent wise, like you don't want to like be fucking and like someone walk in and like they didn't consent to like seeing that. So like I think a public sex thing is like you can do it. It just has to be like in the right thing. Like so I don't know.
And also, okay, for example, like there are easily, I mean, I really don't know the number, but there have to be at least 8 gay bathhouses in Manhattan alone. I mean, I can write down the addresses of a couple. So you know what? If you want to like have gay steam room sex or whatever, there's places for that. Like just, you know, I'm not, and again, I don't want to come off sounding like I'm homophobic. It's just like you said, and plus also, I'll take it a step further. I don't want to ruin the party. I feel like I'm ruining the party, you know?
Right.
Well, maybe they think no one's coming in. And I also think like being queer, I think you're not like, it's not like every day you can go out like and everyone's gay. Like it's like mostly like you're in these like heterosexual dynamics like everywhere. So I think having like space where you find,
but there are 24-hour a day places.
I know. I feel like in New York, I'm like everyone's gay. So I'm like, you could do it.
I don't want to victim blame here. Are we talking about steam rooms in Chelsea?
I'm talking about a steam room anywhere. Although,
I would just say like, then they might go like, well, why don't you go to the gym in your own neighborhood?
Okay. Well, there's a Temple gym, which is in Hell's Kitchen. And my trainer, shout out Derek. What's up, buddy? That is like a super, super gay gym. And they have a pool there. I'm like, okay, I'll keep moving. Thanks very much. But Temple is the gay gym. And what's funny at my gym on 54th Street, they actually just like renovated it. And there's like I was there yesterday and there's like a corner because they keep having guys, and they're like alley cats. They keep having guys like hooking up on the machines and things like just all over the place. I'm telling you, it's gay as fuck.
Wow.
Like, and there was a corner. We were in there was an area that was different, and now it's an area that members can go into, but you kind of make a left and it's kind of like tucked away. And I told Derek yesterday, I was like, hey, have you had any incidents in this little corner yet? And he was like, oh yeah, like a bunch. And they just,
what's the lighting like in here? I can't imagine.
Bright. And it's bright. And I'll tell you the funniest thing. So last week I was there and I'm walking around and there are these big black guys and they're kind of heavy set and they're in like all black. And there's this really fit black guy in the middle of them. And he's walking around. It was 50 Cent. And it was 50 Cent.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I would die.
The rapper.
Yeah,
and
sure. Not the certified public accountant.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, exactly. I went up to him. I said, I had $1. I said, you got change for this? And we had a laugh. But
fuck yeah. He said, home run. Join my entourage.
But I said to Derek, I was like, if he knew what a den of homosexuality he's in right now, like he has no idea. Like, and I mean, who cares? Listen, fundamentally, I don't care. I think it's great. I don't, it's all wonderful, but it just kind of makes me laugh. It's like, and then, but you know what the Friars Club is? Okay. So it used to be open and unfortunately it closed. The Friars Club was a private club, kind of like a business club, but it was only for people that were in show business. So, like for example, the bar was called the Billy Crystal Bar, and it was this beautiful townhouse. It's still there, but they had major tax problems. They shut down over COVID, but it's it's all old Jews that belong to it. So that steam room is very much not gay. So like, I remember going in there once, and it was like 7 guys naked,
Don Rickles,
with like pendulous balls like hanging down like by their ankles, just swinging in the wind. And I walked in there and I was like, oh boy, I don't think you could be cured of homosexuality, but like I was like,
yeah, they could use that for conversion.
This is conversion therapy or something like that. Yeah. So when's the last time you had sex with a man or a woman? Go ahead.
Like on my birthday, I think, a few weeks ago.
Okay. That was when you couldn't do the show because it was your birthday. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it a guy or a girl?
A guy, but
What?
Oh no, I had a collab planned, but then I didn't do it.
Okay.
So yeah, my birthday. Yeah.
Now, do you count content as sex?
I write it in my notes app, but I put a little corn emoji next to it to differentiate.
Corn emoji. Okay.
Maybe the most adorable, nerdiest thing I've ever heard. But I sense a kernel of truth.
Wait, but do you put just regular sex also in your plan?
Yeah, I keep track of everyone I've ever had sex with.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Virgo rising. I have keep track of everything.
Okay.
Wow. What about married guys? I'm asking for a friend.
I like non-monogamous married guys.
Yeah, there's probably plenty of those, right?
Is that a thing? Can I I try that?
Follow-up question. What if their wife doesn't know they're non-monogamous?
Yeah, right. What if
well, that's cheating.
Okay. I mean, if you want to be a boss girl.
Yeah, what if it's solo non-monogamy?
I like the idea of like a really good lawyer just trying to prove their case for
approach
cheating.
The bench. Please approach the bench. Yes. Does your wife know you're in an open relationship? No. It's not an open relationship.
Non-ethical, non-monogamy.
Yeah, that's non-ethical.
Could you be in an open marriage?
No.
See?
Open mirage.
Absolutely not. I tried. I have a lot of non-monogamous friends. And
okay, back up for 1 second. What is the difference between an open relationship and non-monogamous, or is it the same thing? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Non-monogamy is like the main thing, and there's various things you can do in non-monogamy.
Yeah. Okay. So, are there degrees of non-monogamy?
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe in some sense, I consider myself monogamous, but because I have sex with people on camera, like that to me that doesn't count. But I think that could potentially fall under that. Kind of. I don't think so, but some people might not see it that way.
Yeah, and again, I think relationships are like snowflakes. You know what I mean? They're all different, and you make up your own. I will say that whenever I've met people that are like polyamorous or whatever the other one is, or
something
majors, like that, there's always so many rules that I feel like it just takes the fun out of it. I think if everyone just goes like, listen, life is short, we're going to cheat on each other, and that's what we're going to do, other than being like, I have a girlfriend and I'm allowed to make out with her on Tuesdays and Thursdays,
right? But
I hold her hand. It's like, it is so like not fun. Like it just becomes, to me, it becomes like pedantic. You know what I mean?
Well, I think once you get into the sort of ethical side of it, when both people consent, then you have to sort of work out all those details.
Navigating
I know a couple of married couples that are like old school where they both just have things going on,
right?
Which is like, it's interesting because I don't know. I don't know how you would do that. Like, how do you find out?
What do you mean? How do you find out which part? Like find out.
I mean, like
the other person, or
like, it's like mutual breakup. Like, is there such thing? It's like, do you guys both decide it? Do you just find out somebody's cheating and then you get a hall pass?
I think it's like getting on one of those mechanical bulls. I think you just cheat until like you get caught, and then you fall off, and you're like, all right, well,
But there's definitely, couples that I don't know both halves of the couples, but I know enough about it to where they're like, yeah, we both just have stuff going on, but they never have a conversation about it, which I kind of respect that.
Yeah,
in a
I
weird
think the
way.
best way. I don't know. I always think there's no such thing as over communicating,
right?
But that's just like my vibe.
Right. Yeah, sure.
But a lot of people, mostly like my friends, I would say, like they talk through everything of like who they're seeing and stuff, just because then it feels like you're hiding something if you're not being like open about who you're with, whether you're dating or just fucking.
By the way, I have to say, I haven't met any of your friends, but they're the most progressive, open group of goofy motherfuckers I've ever heard in my entire life. You're like, we all talk about our feelings, and we're all going to go.
Yeah, they're the best.
We're all going to go see a Def Leppard cover band.
We actually almost went to see Def Leppard.
We're going to see Striper at the end of the month.
To hell with the devil. Yeah, well, okay. Def Leppard, for example, was just out, but they go with other bands. It's like Def Leppard and somebody else.
They were at like Citi Field.
Little package.
Like last month. We ended up going because I went to the Yankees game instead. Yeah.
One of my favorite, actually my favorite group is, I love the Pet Shop Boys. I love the Pet Shop Boys. I don't give a shit. There you go. Now you know. And Introspective is my favorite album. And we were never being boring. When you're young, you find inspiration in anyone who's ever loved. Anyway, it was over.
That was so good.
Thank you very much. I know, right? I can actually hear your vagina drying up. And it was like the first one of the, actually not the first verse, but that was Pink Floyd, but Momentary Lapse of Reason, 1988. But I went to see a concert with my buddy, and it was Pet Shop Boys, and we did not know how gay the Pet Shop Boys were. We were 16, and I'm from Baltimore, and our parents let us go down to DC and like go to this thing, and we like the two of us walked in, and the first thing I saw was like a guy dressed as a unicorn with just like his cock and balls hanging out. Fun. And my friend and I were like, what kind we were like, oh my god, what kind of, although I will say,
you thought you were going to an actual pet shop.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. When do I? Yeah, where are the
gerbils?
Yeah, where are the bunny? Well, there were definitely a few gerbils in this crowd. Hello, but it's funny because the Pet Shop Boys, it was so gay that I had no idea. But then after that, we went back to Baltimore, and because all these, we were like meeting lots of guys, and because I was already in theater, like I knew what was up. You know what I mean? Guys. So we got back to Baltimore, and I told my friends, I was like, hey, I have an idea. We all like to drink, but we can't get any bars. But I bet if we went to gay bars and we took our shirts off, we could probably just not even get carded, and we could just go in and guys would buy us beers. And I was like, let's try it. And sure enough, a bunch of 16-year-old boys that go to prep school would all get together. We'd all go to the Galleria or the Hippo in Baltimore. They're both closed. And we would go. And I remember I was so young and stupid that guys would come up and be like, hey, can I get you something to drink? And I would just go, I'll take a long neck. And I'm like, what's a long neck? I thought a long neck was a type of beer. It just means like a Coors or something with a long neck. I thought it was like a type of a beer. I don't know. I think it was funny. The guy'd be like, what's a long neck? I'm like, I don't know. A long neck. I don't know, a bunch of them. Okay, apricot sour, like little boy drinks. Yeah, right. I'll have a woo woo, please. Thank you, thank you very much. Woo. So, but the Pet Shop Boys were recently. Are you okay? Having fun? Is this did you make a bad decision?
No, I love it. I'm having a great time.
All right, I'm so happy that you're here. I really am. Like, I wish you were like my friend.
We are friends.
Thank you.
Look at that.
I know it was funny because I wanted to call you and see, because don't you kind of work around here sometimes?
Yeah.
You see, I was going to call you to see if you want to have lunch couple of months ago, and then the only way I could get a hold of you was with Lainey, and then I thought Lainey might be upset and think I was trying to, like, I don't know, mac on you.
Did you have to do lunches? Have to go through Lainey too, or is
not
that,
now? I think
lunches can be
second time. This is implied.
I think even with representation, I think lunches are okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't want to seem. Look, I just don't want to step on anybody's toe. I don't mean she owns you. I just mean like I didn't want to make it uncomfortable for you. And you call Lainey, you're like, why are you giving this fucking out my number to have lunch? Like, what is he up to? So, but second time, this is implied consent. So now we're okay. So when you leave, maybe I'll get your number and I'll go to lunch. I'll pay. Okay, good. Okay. And it's very and I stay over here. I don't want any trouble. I'm just staying over here. I just, I got lots of lady friends. So
sure.
Anyway, but I want to see the Pet Shop Boys at Barclays Center, but fucking tickets were like $1,000.
That's crazy.
I know. Yeah. It was ridiculous. So I just didn't do it. I don't know. I don't like going to places with lots of people anyway, but it was like, I wanted to see that, but I know my friend was like, I'm going to Burning Man. Do you want to go to Burning Man? I'm
Whoa.
Like, no, I'm not going to fucking
Do you want to go to Burning?
I would never want to go to Burning Man.
That's a whole commitment.
Yeah.
No. Even like,
you don't just like swing by, but don't you have to bring like provisions and like supplies for 10 days? And
okay, there's by the way, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. Now Burning Man is kind of turned into like a like sort of like Coachella a little bit.
Yeah.
So like my friend is like super rich, so they rent the fucking RV and you go and whatever. But he was also telling me, he's like, yeah, it's go you great. And then you make your own currency with like bits of shells. And there's like a sex pile. And then you buy there's balloons with ether in them. And I'm just like, what is going on? I want to hear that too much. Man.
Wow. It's
yeah.
like a Stefan.
Yeah. I feel like it would all be a lot of fun
everything
until you wanted to just leave. And then you're like, oh, fuck.
I don't mind big groups when I'm like at a show, but like overnight, like I need to be alone. Like I don't.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not into that.
But I don't even like sitting on the ground. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be in the middle of the night. They're like, if somebody like goes, oh, you have to go to that's where you shit over there behind those trees. I'm like, fuck that.
I don't even know if when I was 17, I would have been into that.
No, I would do it for girls. You know what I mean? Like if there was a prospect of some titty involved, I would probably go. Do you like having your nipples sucked?
Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah.
Are they pierced?
No.
Anything gonna get pierced?
Segue.
Anything what?
Anything gonna get pierced or no?
Probably not.
No.
I have a lot of piercings on my ears.
Oh, on your ears.
I have my belly button.
It does. Oh, yeah. No, that really counts. I mean, that counts. But like, yeah, I know. The night that I broke up with my old girlfriend, I went out and I like met this girl. She came up to me actually. I mean, I did eventually. She came up to me and a bunch of friends, but we ended up fucking right in front of my friend. Shout out Brad. You remember?
Hey.
And we ended up like going back to the apartment late at night, and then we were doing these drugs, and it was like 4:30 in the morning. And my friend Mark was like, I was kind of despondent because I just broke up with my girlfriend and I lived with her and it was going to be a whole pain in the ass to like get out of there. No, trust me, I was done. This is the hairbrush girl. But and I'll tell you a funny story about her and going to see a band. But like it was like 4:30. My friend goes to the bathroom. And I just kind of turned, looked at this girl like on the couch, and I was like, oh, I'll try to make out with her, see what happens. And within like 10 minutes, we're both naked. And my friend Mark was like, I'm leaving. I was like, yeah, get out of here. So anyway, my point is her vagina was pierced at least 7 times.
Whoa.
It was like 3 on the lip, and 1 on the hood.
So I was considering getting my clit pierced.
Sure.
Because I think it's cool.
It is cool.
Hood
it
or
actual?
Cool.
Not the actual. They don't
okay.
do that.
No.
Also,
no, people do it.
Are you sure? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they do.
Okay, by the way,
it'd be the hood.
But what is a clit? Sorry.
What is a clit?
Yeah. Sorry. No.
I'm
not a doctor.
Well, if you want to see an anatomical
you got
version of it, this
is
like
super blind. Let me see.
So this would be the part that you can see.
Oh my god!
And then it extends into
the
body.
That's like a gay garlic for a vampire. You're like, here you go. He's like, oh no. So anyway, what were you gonna say about your clit? Yeah, the hood.
I think it looks cool.
It
does look cool.
Yeah.
Although I must say, her vagina looked like a shower curtain. It was like a lot going on. But
right. I was that one that's like it kind of goes through it. Have you seen that? It's like it's what it's called.
It's a fent. I believe it's called a fent because I had a friend of mine he was a guy and he had a barbell through the head of his penis. And
ooh, ouch.
Yeah, I knew another guy, Tony, and he had a surgical ball, like a metal ball put in his shaft. You ever seen that? That's a thing. Yeah. It's like
what would be the point of that?
Because it bumps up against your
let me show
look at your arm. I don't know. Something on your arm is gonna whack something, get you girls screaming. You know, I don't know. But yeah. Plus his entire cock was tattooed. It looked like a like a 50s racer, black. It was black with his balls were flames. Isn't that wild?
That's cool.
It was totally cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been asking him to send me a picture of it for years now, but he won't. I know I've seen it.
If you're going to do that, you probably would want people to see it.
Thank you.
Right.
I said, I don't need to see your face. So let me, hold on. My phone here.
Oh, yours is right here.
All right, hold on. Let's see if he'll send it to him. Hey, Siri, send a text message to Tony Testa.
You need to unlock your iPhone.
Oh.
Which one?
Mobile. All right. Sorry, I don't mean
doing
to
this in real time.
I don't mean
everybody.
to fucking like put a brakes on the show and here. I just want to be great. Hey Siri, send a text message to Tony Testa, mobile.
What would you like to say?
Hey, I was in LA last week and you didn't even call and I tried to see you. So I think you should send me a picture of your crazy cock. I know you took that ball bearing out of it, but you still have it tattooed. I mean, I would imagine. Come on, don't be an asshole. Send me a picture of your penis, but not your face. Who cares? You have it all tattooed up anyway. You might as well. Come out of retirement, you weirdo. Love you. Bye.
Done.
Wow, that was not what I expected.
Well, he did a bunch of porn with his ex-girlfriend. So
I think it's called a Christina. It's like this, like that, where it goes from the top.
Oh, yeah, I think that's really pretty.
Right.
So that was an idea, but I like the clit one better. I think it's cool.
Okay, so let's get. By the way, should we say hi and jump over?
Yeah, we'll go. We'll
Right,
jump over.
Everybody.
We'll
let me do a little bit of housekeeping. Hold on.
Okay, please.
October 28th. You should come. Laugh First Sight Comedy Benefit, Gotham Comedy Club, hosted by me, but I didn't mean to start with that. Your headliner is Lewis Black. Okay, T.J. Miller, Michael Vecchione. Adam Ferrara, Brian Fischler, of course. Joe DeRosa is now saying he's going to do it, but I don't fucking know. He doesn't live here anymore, so he's going to be. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, a lot of, and then it doesn't matter. October 28th, Brian M. show. We all know it's at Gotham Comedy Club. It's going to be a lot of fun. Benefits dogs that are seeing eye dogs, so that's a good time. You'll get more information on that. Patreon is where Patreon is, and please do that. And then anybody else we should say hi to or anything?
Well, real quick, let me just say before. I mean, we can just list people's names, but now there's a lot of people watching, so that gets pretty long.
We don't have time for that shit.
But then it's just a list of people. It's like a roll call.
All right.
But if you want to become a member,
be a member already.
You can sign up.
Right.
There's a little join button.
Right.
And you can watch the stream that we're about to do, the members only stream.
Then we go over there.
Later goes on Patreon and it goes everywhere, but you can actually watch it live if you want. So click join.
Yep.
And then we'll see you on the other side.
It's only $85 a month.
Right.
So you can really...
Or you can pay in installments.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually only $5.
Yeah, it's over time.
So you almost can't afford not to. I would say.
Exactly. And then also with the beautiful Cassie Black, where can we find you on OnlyFans?
The Cassie Black.
The Cassie Black.
And I have her Twitter or X on the little ticker at the bottom. It's the Cassie Black.
Yep. I've seen your stuff on I like when you put your pictures on Instagram. You have a very your face, what's it, Raphael, like a very beatific countenance. You always look, you're never like, whoa, look at my pocket. You're always like, you look very sweet. You're like,
yeah, because I'm cute.
Yeah, you are super cute. 100% you're cute. Listen, we can argue about
the ones on Instagram are like the cute ones because I can't post anything crazy on there.
Yeah,
like
so
the tame,
go to Twitter,
the tame
go to
stuff.
OnlyFans. But
yeah, go to OnlyFans for sure.
Obviously,
OnlyFans, you're having like sex, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. Is it the kind of OnlyFans account? Now it's turning into an infomercial, but is it the kind of OnlyFans account where I join for like $15, but then I have to pay like 20? Or
so mine is
there an a la carte option?
Mine's like $10, and like that's kind of like your like intro, but you'll get like you'll see like everything, like photos and stuff, but like long videos now. Like you'll get like little clips and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I go like live a lot.
Okay.
So I get that.
Fun.
But then like, okay, because I'll be honest, I'm a little pervert. I like to watch girls have sex. I know it sounds weird, but
yeah, crazy. No one else is doing that.
You imagine out there? I know.
Right.
Sorry, here come the police. But how much is it to like a boy girl scene?
It depends on how long it is, but usually like
4 inches.
No, like if I'm doing like whatever, like a 20-minute video, like it probably would be like maybe 20. Like I'll do like a minute, or like it depends. It depends.
Sounds like about $1 a minute.
Yeah, or like also depends on like how like if I'm doing an anal scene, it will be more expensive.
Sure will.
Okay, yeah.
So
gotta pay for the upkeep.
Sure.
And where do you find these gentlemen?
Like subscribers or
the
collab.
The talent.
Yeah,
the talent.
Yeah, basements of their mother's house.
It's just people that I like in the sex positive community, like around New York, that I just become friends with that also have accounts, or people will usually like ask through Twitter to collab and stuff.
To collab,
yeah.
Do you ever do the kind of thing? Because one of the things I enjoy, I like fuck a fan kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's cute.
I don't think I ever really watch. I don't think anybody's actually really ever fucking a fan.
I think sometimes it is.
Yeah.
I'd like to think it is.
If they're
let
fat,
me just think.
I'll tell you what it is. If the fan is like fat and they're wearing a shirt and socks, I'm like, all right, that's definitely a fan.
I've seen some pretty timid fans that really don't seem to know what they're doing at all.
Well, on OnlyFans, you can't offer that as a you can't like anything that is about like meeting up. Like so many men will be like if you ever want to go out for drinks, blah, blah, blah. And I'm always like, thank you, that's really kind, but like you're gonna get me banned if you keep asking like to meet up.
Because they think you're like escorting.
Because then it's like turns into like like could be like prostitution, and then because it's not like OnlyFans, it's
labels,
the banks. So if they can't,
Visa, CC payment billing.
So fuck a fan thing, you can't offer that.
What is the difference between OnlyFans and ManyVids?
So ManyVids you pay just for clips. Like it's not like
Okay.
It's still a fan site, but you pay just for the clips. But I don't do many vids because they take like 50%.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But if you just kind of all right, whatever. I mean, okay, that makes sense. And any trans pornography on there with you?
Like
I don't know.
Non-binary, but not like specific.
Never like an Emma Rose.
Not yet. I
mean,
you
trust me. I think you're into it.
I haven't. I usually like. I've collabed with like a decent amount of people, but not like I do a lot of solo stuff as well.
Okay.
So
okay. Now, when you collaborate, do you? See, this is a stupid question, but like, do you sometimes forget like who's holding the camera in this kind of thing? Like, is it all lit and everything?
Tripod?
Yeah, tripod.
But I mean, what about zooming in? Do we want to? Is it the camera's way over there? Like,
when I've done like professional things, like there's a real camera person. But I also do make. I just started making my own like artsy porn film, so I had a real camera person. Like we're like we collabed on it, and we're having a release party on October 17th.
Oh no shit! Where?
At the house in Bushwick.
Oh, I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Okay.
Like
a little venue.
Yeah, it's a little venue. We're gonna have a screening.
Where angels fear to tread.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, was the place you were talking about Brooklyn Steel?
No, it wasn't.
No,
Brooklyn
not
Steel.
that either.
No, it wasn't.
And definitely not Rough Trade. Last chance for Rough Trade. Wasn't Brooklyn Steel. I thought for sure it would be Brooklyn Steel.
For everyone who's listening, this is something we talked about an hour ago.
Yes.
So just want to bring everybody.
But I've been dying to ask. Yeah. I could have sworn it was. But I don't know my metal venue.
Hey, everybody, drop in the comments if you know where. If you saw Miss Black.
Baby's All Right. No, that's more.
Wow.
Bad style.
What are these places to see? I just heard about what is it? Upstairs, downstairs? No, that's what's there's a club in the city, very expensive nightclub.
Ooh, I wouldn't know.
It's got two names, like Only There and Back Here or something. I'm fucking
okay.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, but it is something like that. I'm not even kidding.
Okay,
it's like you go there and you spend like 10 grand.
Warsaw.
Oh, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's Warsaw.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little venue.
A lot of Polacks in there.
No, I think they sell like pierogies.
Yeah, because it's probably in Greenpoint.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, good time.
All right, we're gonna jump over.
Okay, we're gonna jump over.
Everybody, join the fucking thing. Come on, you know how it goes. Everybody, thank you so much, and let's all support Cassie Black on her OnlyFans, and you can get over there for $20. You can, watch her cream pie and that kind of nonsense.
Hey, why not?
Yep.
Why not?
Okay, exactly.
Okay, I'm playing I got a new outro.